Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin chart, we continue to see the same pattern unfold that we've been talking about all week. So basically, and this is still unchanged, either a 1-2, 1-2 setup. This is the movement basically of the November 22 lows. Then based on that, we're now in a third wave rally. And then we get a fourth wave and a fifth wave, and it can take us to all-time highs without much of a pullback in the white wave count. This is only a valid assumption as long as our micro support levels are holding. Actually, it's not micro support, it's the first relevant support for this scenario, and that's at $34,060. As you know, this is the support area that we had on the chart for a while. And we have to give any pullback space all the way down to the $34,060 level, or our scenario will have to be revised, which we have a solution for. If really a pullback moves beyond the 50% fib level, it has to be a low B wave in my interpretation. Yeah? I mean, some people sent me messages, said, okay, but this is another 1-2 setup. I mean, can I rule it out? No. But this looks like a 3-wave move up to me. But anyway, even if this is another wave 1 and we're now in a wave 2 like ETH, then you know it doesn't really matter short term. If I call that a B wave or a wave 2, it doesn't matter so much. Okay, so from that point of view, should all be covered still in the short term at least. But there's still, even if we get a deeper pullback, I would call this still a bullish scenario until long-term support breaks, which is around 19K. Yeah. So I also received the question in the comments if I got rid of the idea that this could just be a B wave and we go to new all-time lows. No. So again, it's either the direct impulse to the upside in the white count, which I prefer, until the first significant support levels break, in this case 34,060, or it is an ABC structure to the upside, which in reality can mean a lot, because this could just be an A wave, which gets a corrective pullback in a B wave, and then we rally in wave C later, and you know, this is when we would need to look at context. We can do that at some point, but it can also be that this is a much more bearish scenario then, which is what I mean, you know, if we break support, it opens the door to a lot of different patterns. Could also then be a B wave, so A, B, C in wave B, and then we come down in a C wave. It's just a different way of counting the bigger picture, and it makes new bear market lows. But again, I would not really focus on that until we also have broken long-term support, which will be here, which I haven't got on the chart at the moment. You know, below 34K, it's like 19K. That means it can come down quite a lot, but it's still possible to, let's say, assume we are in a bull market, as long as there will be a support range. I'm not saying we will necessarily go all the way down to 19K. This is not only going to be the lower boundary line of that support box. It will depend also on the structure of the decline. If we see an impulsive decline, it's going to get quite clear that, you know, let's say new bear market lows are coming, but I will first watch for a corrective pullback, which means the chance to hold a higher low. Okay, there will also be most likely a lot of support in this region around 25K if 34K breaks. Okay, there's just structural support. And then if we talk about the VRVP to figure out the point of control is down here. Lots of volume down there around 17K. But there is a lot before, so there are a lot of volume spikes before, especially here in the region. Yeah, this whole 20K region should offer plenty of structural support. So we'll see where it takes us. But first of all, the first main support level I'm watching and have been watching is this $34,060 level. We're not even close. So the idea is that here a fourth wave is currently unfolding either within wave A or wave 3. At the moment, they're both moving together, basically both wave counts in the short term. Very short term, no change. Yeah. Let me explain here the two. I've added a triangle count here just to show you. So the idea is that this third wave topped here possibly on Friday. The idea is still that an A wave bottomed here on Monday. One of these lows it was. Impossible to say which one is the A wave low. Doesn't matter, not so much. I'd still like to see a more healthy B wave, but sometimes the market just consolidates sideways and goes down more directly, and then a C wave down. This would still be my primary scenario, that we get this ABC structure to the downside. Yeah, which might extend later, you know, into a larger ABC, but we're not even there yet. And I would like to see a more healthy B wave. The B waves don't really have targets, as I said before. So if we break below the Monday low, which is here around 40,170, I think we have a good chance to break down more directly into the yellow box, which is that support box I just showed you. So here, 34,060, 34,070 is going to be support. Until then, I'm watching also for a higher B wave. But as long as we stay below resistance, which is at 43,721, I'm looking for generally lower prices in this correction. Only a sustained break above 43,720 will make me consider that the entire correction is already over. That's not what I'm primarily watching for right now. Okay, that triangle pattern there just doesn't make it very likely. It's not a bottoming structure. So it is possible that this B wave still extends. I've got it highlighted here, still on the micro level. A wave moved down, bottomed here probably on Monday. Then we have here an A wave, a B wave down, and a C wave up. That A needs to sit here. A, B, C. That's possible, but it would need to move up now. And I would like to see first, well, I would like to see a break above the trend line, to be fair. That would be an indication that this larger B wave has started. Until then, the risk definitely is there that this is a triangle count, that this B wave here unfolded as triangle, and we're breaking down. And if we start to break below, first of all, that D wave low of the triangle, 40,630, and then below the B wave low at 40,180, then this would be confirmation that we're coming down more directly. But this is just a microstructure. It looks like a bearish pennant, but if it's an internal triangle, it might as well break to the upside. So pay attention to the trend lines and the levels indicated. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.